What's up, guys? It's your boy Barca Boy 103. Today we're gonna be doing the match preview for Athletic Club versus Barcelona in La Liga, the official last game of the 2024-2025 season. For another month and a half, there will be no Football Club Barcelona action, and for 2 months there will not be a competitive Football Club Barcelona game. We're just here for the ride. We're just here for the vibes at this point. We'll wait and see what happens in this match. We're going to go in with absolutely no worries. Or will we? Because there is maybe a reason why Barcelona do have to win this game that we will discuss. But difficult game, in my opinion. The most difficult away game of the season is in the last game, which is kind of takes away the importance of this match, in my opinion. But we'll wait and see how things do turn out. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below, and let's try and get to 200 likes on this video. It would be very much appreciated. And also, if you are new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Kickoff time for this match will be taking place at 9 p.m. local time, so irregular kickoff time in La Liga, and this match will be taking place at the San Mamés, which of course just hosted the Europa League final a few days ago. It is a stadium where I believe, as a Barca fan, I do fear the most. It is the most hostile atmosphere, a stadium where I record over the past, not even the past, just in my lifetime as a Barca fan, is absolutely abysmal. Did we win there last season? I think we won there last season in the league, and we lost in the no, we drew last season 0-0 in the league, and then we lost in the, of course, Copa del Rey. The last time we won there was when we were going for the league under Xavi in his first full season. We won there 1-0 with the Raphinha goal early on in the first half, but the record there is absolutely woeful, and the referee for this match has also been confirmed as well. On the pitch, it'll be Pablo Gonzalo Fuertes in his final match as a referee. He will be retiring at the end of the season, and on the VR, it will be Carlos de Cerro Grande. Now, of course, heading into the final match of the season, we have already won the league, so, you know, where league positions are and stuff like that is very irrelevant. Also for Athletic Club as well, I believe they've already clinched Champions League football, so they're also not really fighting for too much. But there is something needed in this game for Barcelona. You can see they're having the caption, "Win this game is needed." You're probably thinking, Barcelona won the league, why do we need to win this game? First of all, it'd be nice for the league table, for points, the difference between Real Madrid as well. But do not forget as well, there is still a lingering case between Inigo and his participation in the match against Osasuna after the March international break. Of course, he pulled out because of injury with the Spanish national team. He didn't go out there and train, but also they're saying that he left too early. There's like a 15-day period where you cannot play if you pull out of Spanish national team duty. Of course, the game against Osasuna in March was during the international break as well, because they had to play it early. Blah 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 blah. There are reports coming out saying that Osasuna is still considering its appeal regarding the Inigo and Barcelona case. They plan to appeal to the Administration Tribunal of Sport, with the deadline being May 29th. Of course, next week, Barcelona still needs to maintain the lead by winning against Athletic Club to avoid a freak accident if needed. The Osasuna-Barca case result goes against Barca to keep the league trophy safe. And regarding Osasuna going to the CAS in the Inigo case, Article 5 index of the RETJ is not applicable in the situation. Inigo was expressly and officially dismissed by the Federation, which nullifies a prohibition to play established in said article. So essentially, Barca saying we're fine, but just in case, win the game so there's no worries. So technically speaking, I think if we lose this game, I think Real Madrid will finish on the same amount of points as us if they win their game, which means that it will be based on head-to-head. Of course, we beat them twice this season. Let me actually double check what points Madrid are on. So yeah, they're on 81. So even if they win the game, we're on 84. So we're gonna be fine anyways. So this is quite a relevant topic that I'm bringing up, but just, you know, just in case, so to speak. So either way, we've won the league, but this is still a lingering case. We of course mean that our point difference would be shorter, because, you know, they're only 1 point behind. Actually, no, it makes sense, because if they're 1 point behind us and we lose 3 points, they would win the league. So this game is needed just, you know, get over the line, so head-to-head would not be, of course, into consideration as well. So one thing to look out for in this game, if we just win this game, we don't have to worry about this at all. If we do lose this game, we're not winning per se. Maybe it's something to keep an eye on. I'm so very confident that Barcelona will get over the line in this case. Again, this has been already 2 courts, and they both rejected Osasuna's appeal, so we'll see what happens with it. But one thing to watch out for in this match. Time now to get into the press conference reaction of Hansi Flick, who spoke this afternoon at the Ciudad Sportiva Joan Gamper Sports City. Final press conference of the season, final match of the season. A lot of the press conference was based on like reflection and stuff like that. So let's get to see what he had to say. He said it came out for this match. We're very focused. It was good to have 3 days off, but we're going to regroup now. And after 2 training sessions, I've seen a very engaged team, eager to show their potential. I have full confidence in Lamine Yamal. He knows what he needs to do. He loves playing for Barcelona and at Barcelona. On Ter Stegen and the future of goalkeepers, the most important things I have discussed it with Deco is keeping key players to ensure Barcelona's future. Deco knows where we can reinforce. We have a lot, and we're going on the same page. On La Masia, trusting them, he said, we'll see. What matters is staying focused on and serious. Barcelona has always been a great mix of homegrown talent and world-class signings. La Masia has quality, and of course, we can give minutes to those who deserve it. We'll see in tomorrow's game. In preseason, we'll also see how they progress. What I saw from the kids today, Juan and Dodo in the session, I liked it a lot. On Araujo's future, of course, here we go with Bayern Munich. That's already over the line now. So what's going to happen with Araujo? Flick came out saying that, of course, he renewed his contract in the beginning of the year. I believe in him 100%. He hasn't had an easy season per se, especially with Barca and Inigo playing together and settling so well. But I'm sure Araujo will improve a lot next season. He was asked how he would rate the season. He said, I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Maybe somewhere between an 8 and a 10, which I would probably agree with. Asked on preseason plans, he said we'll start preseason on Sunday, July the 13th with tests and training on the Monday morning. Many players will be away with their national team anyway, so I'll try to catch up some games in Stuttgart, like Spain versus France. Then I'm going to go on vacation very far away. So it's preseason start date, July the 13th. On the future of Ansu Fati, of course, a lot of reports breaking this morning that Barcelona and Monaco are in advanced negotiations to let the transfer of Ansu Fati go through, along with a buy option. Thus, that deal, of course, is very, very close. Broke this morning. He came out saying it's not my decision. He has a contract. It's up to him. If he wants to talk to me, we can talk, but the decision is his. Again, Ansu Fati has already approved the deal. Just now waiting for Barcelona and Monaco to get an agreement over the line. Plans for next season, look, I want us to improve. It won't be easy, but we know how we need to grow. We have to work. Everything is already planned, including our tour and the summer fixtures. Hopefully everything goes smoothly and we're ready on July the 13th. So he knows what we need to do. Everything is planned from now until the first La Liga game of the season, and we'll see what happens. Will you keep your styles? And next season, you'll see us next season. Our style will be very clear. Then as on the signing of a forward, Luis Diaz, Rashford. Look, I don't want to talk about players who aren't a part of my team, but they're both fantastic players and I like them. We'll see what happens. Again, that's on Luis Diaz and Rashford. No other mention of a winger there from the journalist that asked the question. Following that, he was asked, do you need a winger sign? He said, look, we've talked about it in recent matches. We don't have many options in that area. It's somewhere we need to improve. Thank God. The press conference ended, and after he ended, he wished the women's team good luck in the Champions League final they have later on today against Arsenal. So keep your eyes out on that. He wished the women's team and the girls all the best, and I will, of course, join in that as well. Hopefully they go on and win their back-to-back treble in the Champions League final. But that concluded Hansi Flick's press conference reaction ahead of the match against Athletic Club tomorrow. Let's now get into the lineup prediction. We're going to start with the manager, of course, Hansi Flick. I'm going to try my best to predict this lineup. I think it'll be fairly straightforward to predict. I've gone with a pretty strong team for Flick in this match with Ter Stegen in goal, a back four of Eric Garcia, Kubarsi, Inigo Martinez, and Alejandro Balde, midfield 3 of De Jong, Pedri, Dani Olmo, front 3 of Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, and Raphinha. With the Inigo case as well looming a little bit, I think he'll go basically full strength. Of course, Ter Stegen will play in goal following us winning the league and him being the number 1. Yada, yada, yada. I do hope to see at least Balde start this game. Would love to see him, from the start. I'm sick and tired of Gerard Martin. I think that could be, again, a very feasible case. But main thing here, we go full strength. Of course, we've had a week off. They had 3 days off from training as well. They had, of course, 2 training sessions, I believe, today and yesterday. Maybe they trained on Thursday. I don't really remember. I think potentially. So 3 days off, 3 days training. They should be fully fresh, ready to go, like Flick mentioned in the press conference. But with it being the last game, I expect him to go pretty full strength. I can see maybe 1-2 rotations at the absolute most. Probably in that midfield, maybe Gavi starting or Fermin. I don't see anyone really in the back line coming in. Maybe Araujo, but I think that front 3 is unlocked. Midfield and defense maybe has room for 1 change. But this is not everything that Hansi Flick will select for this match. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know what you think Flick will go with. Now I'm going to show you guys my lineup, what I would do if I was the Barcelona coach. I made a few changes from Flick's lineup prediction. I've gone with maybe a little bit of rotation, but still strong enough team, in my opinion, to get a result in this game. I've gone with the back, of course, Ter Stegen and goal, just to be a bit realistic. I would, of course, pick Szczesny, but let's not beat around the bush here. Back 4, Hector 4, Christensen, Inigo, Balde. So only 2 changes there. I've rested Kubarsi and Eric for Hector 4 and Christian. I think Christian's done very well. Hector 4, of course, a good option there. In the midfield, I brought in Casado and Gavi for Pedri and Frankie. Again, getting a bit more rest. I really want to see Casado in this game as well. He's not, I think, started the game since coming back from injury. Of course, Gavi, definitely a suitable replacement. Front 3 of Rafa, Lewandowski, and Ansu. So just bringing in Ansu for Lamine just for his last game as well for Barcelona with that Monaco agreement in place. Let him go out there, maybe increase our and help our negotiation as well with the 2 clubs. I think this is a fairly strong team and a fairly a good team to get a result against Athletic Club. I do expect Athletic Club as well to make 2 or 3 rotations. I don't think they will go full strength either, because again, they had nothing to fight for. Their season is basically over as much as ours is. We kind of have to, you know, win so we can avoid any Inigo case kerfunkel pretty much. But this team I think is definitely good enough to get a result in this game, and this will be the line that I would select for this match. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know what you think the scoreline will be. Time now for my score prediction. What do I believe the result will be in this game? Because either by the caption I have, we ain't winning, LOL. That's my prediction. I don't think I have a 0 faith that we're winning this game. We could draw, we could lose. It could be a 1-1, 2-2, 3-3 draw. We could lose by 1 goal, 2 goals, 3 goals, 4. I don't know. I just don't see us winning this game. Difficult stadium. I'm expecting maybe 1 rotation or 2. We're on the beach, they're on the beach, but they're at home, so they have a bit more incentive to send their, you know, fans off on a good note. They, of course, didn't reach their big objective this season, which was to win the Europa League. They got knocked down in the semifinals at the last hurdle, and of course, whoever they got knocked out by, United, lost in the final as well. I thought the club, the Tottenham final, would have been a very, very interesting game. But anyways, I just don't think we're gonna win this game. In the stadium as well, I have PTSD. I have no faith, and to be honest, it's a game where we don't have to win as well, so I'm not too bothered about it. Of course, this is maybe, you know, during the season I'd be a bit more optimistic, especially with our form, but with us losing against Villarreal, I think anything's on the table now at this point. I just have no confidence that we're going to win this game, but hopefully I do get proved wrong. But that's my score prediction. Technically no score prediction, just more so the fact that my prediction is that we are not going to win this game. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know what you think the scoreline will be. So that's a match preview for Athletic Club versus Barcelona in La Liga. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, make sure you drop a like down below, and of course in the comments down below as well, let me know your thoughts on everything we did discuss. The main thing I want to firstly, of course, is your score prediction, and secondly on those lineups. Firstly, would I pick my lineup or Flick's lineup? What do you think Flick will go with? What would you go with? If you're the manager, leave me all your thoughts down below, and of course make sure you guys subscribe down below as well if you haven't already, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the live watch along. Set the reminder on the screen and come and join me and watch the game with me, followed after the match by my match review. So see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna be there just for vibes, but we're gonna have a good time anyways, and hopefully we don't lose or get battered by a considerable margin. Take care, and Forza Barca.
Go,